All right. Welcome to it. It is officially season 2, episode 2 of the Banter Club SA. My name is TY, aka Abuti Broadway, and I will be your host for tonight. And Mfana Kupitore, as you can see, Super Sport United, it's on the side. Super Sport United, Mamelodi Sundowns, those are my two teams. We don't recognize them. Jackie, how you doing, bro?
It's good to be back, man. I haven't seen you guys in quite a while. I saw the last episode; it was fire. I was envying you guys, so it's good to be back.
That's dope, man. Marcos, I don't know Chelsea, Stamford Bridge. Mark, what's up?
You will never walk
alone.
Yeah, no. We walk in a pack, so we are lions, man. We walk in a pack. We are blue. We are proud. We are the pride of the whole world, not just London. But anyway, good to be back.
That went wrong.
So dope to have you back, man. Mahao, how you doing, man? Lucas.
I'm well. I'm glad that you're confused. Which team do you support from Pretoria? Other than that, I think I'm fine, and I hope all of you guys are good.
I know, all good, man. I'm not confused. I know which team I support. I support both. Both of them have given Pirates hidings for days. Very, very happy about that. Jackie, I don't know about what's happening with the Rolani saga, bro? Update us on that.
Yeah, well, a certain journalist at some publication
the same one that apparently is trying to unplug the life support from Sokaladu.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Released an article, was it yesterday, saying that there is faction between the Three Musketeers. Like it was expected. So Coach Rulani in the pre-match conference, the game between them and Kaizer Chiefs, that question was raised. And then he said that what's been alleged in the article is supposedly true, which caused a lot of problems on Twitter, because now the 217 fans are now divided. And even certain fans from Soweto are very happy that there's turmoil at World. And in my own opinion, I don't think the faction between those the Three Musketeers is that deep. It's more of the reaction by Coach Rulani was just unnecessary, in my opinion. You could have just said that there's no comment about this, because last night, Coach Steve, he handled the situation very well. That beautifully fine. You mentioned what fine, sharp. People just don't want three black men working together. They always have a sense of jealousy and so forth. So it was bound to happen that people are going to say, even at the beginning of the whole announcement that those three were going to work together last season, people were saying that it's not going to work. And what happened? They ended up winning the league title. And nobody even celebrated them last season. Hence, they didn't even give them the coach of the season last season. So it was a clear indication that they want to sabotage what is happening at Chlorocop. But like what I've been telling people, I would be worried if they were not fighting, because when fighting does not necessarily mean that the team is going to be jeopardized whatsoever. If the conflict is because of tactics on the kind of players you want in the starting 11, that is good. It means that the Three Musketeers are onto something, and they want the team to be successful this season, because they did say at the beginning of the season that the mandate the season that they want to win the Champions League and win the league title. They don't really care about there. So I understand where they're coming from. So, but the issue right now at Chlorocop is more of Coach Rulani shouldn't have reacted. He should have just kept quiet, because it seemed as if he was protecting his own image than the club. And as the coach of Mamelodi Sundowns, you need to protect the club. I remember situations where there were a lot of problems during Peter's tenure. Peter never went and threw any technical member under the bus, because there was a part where he said that all these questions should be directed at Coach Mangoba. which then created a lot of problems. Now people are now saying that he threw Kozmangova under the bus, so which created a lot of problems. So, but I don't think it will affect us that much. We're still going to be Chiefs over the weekend. That does not matter. We're professionals. We're still going to embarrass them. One and I don't see any problem. This can be happy where there's turmoil at World Cup, but it won't affect us. Get it professional. And whenever it was Boo Pakada, Stuart Baxter, then you should be worried because they've not won anything in quite a long time. Rena, this can be
very long time.
Forgotten about, and we move on to Sunday and beat Kaizer Chiefs and move to the next one.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. I mean, it was very expected. I mean, 3 coaches, there was going to come a time when they all come with 3 different philosophies and they were going to clash. And I'm very happy about the timing. There's one thing I'm happy about with this is the timing. It's still very early in the season.
Mm-hmm.
We can lose 3-4 games and still recover and win the league. So I'm very happy about the timing. Mohau, what do you think about what's happening at World Cup as a Chiefs fan? Mohau.
I'm liking that you are defending them quite well. Still early days, yeah, but it was bound to happen that somehow fight like this was gonna come up. I hope that it's just a matter of saying that it's still early days. Yeah?
Yeah, still very early days.
But it can last for a while, as much as it could be early days, but we'll talk about this thing or this fight for the whole season. So we're not sure how long it's about to last, so it can take for a while. So as much as we can say it's still early days, it could have happened last season, you're still going to say it's still early days. It could have happened maybe the middle of the season, you're still going to say it's still early days because, I mean, they've
but Mohau,
for only one season.
But Mohau, this whole incident happened during preseason. Only now. And you know, the timing is just a little bit off in my opinion. Why release an article 3 days or 4 days before a big game, Sundowns and Chiefs? You see such things. We're used to this. Hashtag against all odds. We're used to it. So it was not surprising that certain journalists are going to release statements or release articles that are going to try and divide the Sundowns base. I'm not surprised. But the one thing that is worrying for me, yeah?
I'm saying the question is, as much as we can say that it's still early days, this doesn't give any reason for them not to fight, because, I mean, if, as you've mentioned, or some of the journalists, maybe they wanted this to happen. But the question is, how is the team taking this? That's the question, because, I mean, if they're going to take it the way the journalists or whoever wrote it, then it's going to be a problem for the team.
Okay, so are you now saying if Downs, why am I saying if? When Downs beats you 3-0 over the weekend,
when
does it mean we're does it now mean we're fine? Whatever happened during the week did not affect the players. Because clearly, this whole incident was resolved way long time ago. It's just for now because of your journalists, because they don't like Sundowns. We all know what they don't like Sundowns. It's a fact. You understand me? Hence, a couple of days before the actual big game against Chiefs, they released such an article. You will never hear such things about the teams in Soweto, because you're a super big club.
Can they even afford 3 coaches?
I want to set up your course, but it's very similar. Apparently, it's very similar to Torko. So, and remember, Chiefs are patel. If they can pay a certain ant.
You can't go Dylan Shepard to Mangoba and Rulani and Steve Compella and Stuart.
Yeah, but if that team in Soweto can pay a certain ant 1.5 million per month, it tells you something.
Which one is that one? The overweight one?
Yeah, that one.
How you lie?
Yeah, the good man. You see, even Mark is not even disputing this because he knows that it's true.
So am I not? Let me just get this straight. So if they win the league, Chelsea league here home Taiwan.
not even Celta League. Q Innovation. Remember those Q Innovations?
Yeah, home Taiwan.
It goes to that player. Yeah, that's Q1. That's an entire Q1, bruh.
Mark, what have you got to say?
But wait, you're saying that this issue isn't resolved. And I think instead of saying that no, we are fine, you keep on defending, which it raises into say whatever has been placed, is it affecting you guys? That's the question, because I mean you keep on now coming through with more defensive ideas to defend this whole thing, where you could have said no, this whole issue has been resolved and we don't think it's gonna be a problem looking at the next game against Chiefs or the next games for Sundowns. But it looks like it is working, and I wonder if it's working on the bench as well. But looking at both of you,
I'm going to disagree with you.
But the question is with the bench.
You know what? I disagree with you. You know, you must understand something. Ne? As much as fine, it may seem as if maybe amongst those three, they don't see eye to eye with each other. But one thing you must agree or fine, those three coaches are professionals. And time again, Sundowns players have shown that they're professional. Can I give you an example? Look at Serino. Serino, when there was the whole situation, Alali, blah, 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 especially last season, he came on and played for Sundowns and he performed. You understand me? They know what fun is a goal at Mamelodi Sundowns, and that goal, we all need to work together and for us to achieve it. You understand me? Hence, I'm saying that even if you saw the pre-match conference here in Roland Mugwen, he did say, "Well, fine, the match has been resolved." Or one. I just don't like what he said at the end when he said that it seemed as if he's trying to protect himself when he's like, "Oh, fine, the coach has apologized. You should ask Coach Mangoba about the situation." Blah blah. It seemed as if he's throwing Coach Mangoba under the bus. He should have just said, "Oh, fine, no comment," or he should have just said, "Oh, fine, the matter has been resolved, FLADA, and we move on. Let's now focus on the game." Simple.
Let's not throw
you get what I
under the
mean?
bus.
But at the same time, we should also understand that Rulan is still young, and he's gonna make such mistakes. I'm not defending him. He's gonna make such mistakes, but they need to now put him aside and now Steve Compella and Mangoba. You don't have to respond to every single question. Sometimes you can just say, "Oh, fine, no comment," and we move on. Let's focus on the game. You understand me?
Yeah.
This is where he has a tendency of doing too much, man. Low overanalyzer. Sometimes you like, they have got this number of passes in the last game. It's too much sometimes, because it may seem that he's very cocky,
but he is.
He's very cocky.
I mean,
you get me. Sometimes he does it, but at the same time, you understand that that's his character. So, but for you now to say that when you think it's going to damage us, I don't think so. Sundowns it's got a lot of professional players, but I don't think they will be affected by this, man. If they're really affected by this, then I'll be worried, because then it will then mean we sign a lot of Packers. I do not think it's not a cup. We sign a lot of Packers. We sign quality players.
We don't sign people that cut hair.
Hey, you see, when you go to Sundowns, even Sanders Wani, former Sundowns right back, Champions League win, he did say that. When you go to Sundowns, in fact, it's like going to Real Madrid. Yeah, just step up, you don't just go there and you say, "Oh, fine, I'm going to just go there." And even training, they train from 8 o'clock until 5 p.m. Sometimes they'll say, "Fine, 2-3 a.m. let's train," because we are so determined to dominate the African football and dominate international football. That's how Sundowns is. You understand me? Unprofessional, Pirates, certain players who wants to leave Orlando Pirates but does not want to say anything because but let me not get into that. It will create problems. Those things are those players. Sundowns is well, it's well run, guys. So how you're just dreaming. I understand because when a team has been dominating like Sundowns, even smaller things you're gonna say or fine. You're gonna celebrate smaller things such as there's turmoil at Sundowns. Sundowns signed the wrong player because you want them to fail. But win on the pitch with Antida level park.
Hi, Mahau. Outside there, I'm fit. Hey, it's tricky, Tavi. It's tricky. Before I go Arone, please comment on the Sundowns saga first. Mark.
Oh, me. Sorry. I just think first of all, if we have a team that is clinging on to the nativity play by hiring 3 wise men, I think there's already an issue there. I think, man, it's as much as you guys can say it's well run and everything, but as soon as these things hit the media, it's going to affect the team, especially with a big game coming up. And Bobby did not pay anyone, Jackie. I'm just saying. He don't pay anyone enough money. But anyway,
I did not say that.
Are you sure about
if you want me to talk about that one, I'll talk about it. But it's a story for another day.
There was no money exchange. At least I don't believe so. So anyway,
so sure.
But I think definitely on the real though, I think Sundowns is going to be affected because remember, I mean, you guys have 2 head coaches, right? And then there's a senior coach. Where's the role clarity? Who does what and who really? Yes, I hear Mangoba has got the final say, but then why don't you just call the other 2 what they are? Assistants. Because we know for a long time, Rulani has been wanting to be head coach of a team. He did get a chance with that other team from Mayfair or something. And he didn't do well. You have Steve, who was the head coach of the other team in Soweto. So these are people that believe they are head coaches. And if you don't give them the title of assistant, it's only this fight is the beginning of what's going to happen. I'm telling you, watch the space.
I disagree with you.
Okay.
Look at it this way, Nick. Look at it this way, Mark. We've always had senior coaches in the squad. I mean, people like with David Notwani. I was watching a clip they were talking about Pesitao. And they were talking about Pesitao's role from Sundowns to Brighton. And they're talking literally the season Pesitao joined the first team before he even went to Witbank Spurs. And David Notwani was the senior coach. He was in Steve Kompella's role. We've always had this. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of titles. That's all it is. Even with Pito, I feel like we've always had that we've got 3 coaches. It's just that one is the one spearheading. One makes the final decision. We've always had this. There's nothing new to us. I feel like it's nothing new. It's just that they had a clash of egos during preseason training. They sorted it out, and now we move. That's it. That's all I see.
I agree with you. And going back to the setup, yes, Sundowns, and I think I've said this in the previous season, and I'm going to repeat it again. Sundowns, we know who's the coach. We know who's the coach at Sundowns. We know who are the 2 assistant coaches at Sundowns. It's just one of this working names or this positions. You guys always want. We know at Sundowns who's the coach, and I can tell who's the coach at Sundowns. I can tell you. If you ask me who's the coach at Sundowns and who's the assistant coach at Sundowns,
who's the coach at Sundowns?
Assistant coach. Is the Sundowns coach. Simple. It's simple. It's just over Lenane because you're from Soweto. You just want to create problems for no reason. We know. The 217 fans, this Malanya club at Clorco, we know who's the coach. And we'll continue to humble you. The same way last season you said at the beginning, it won't last. We won't win anything. And for me, had the best season in quite a long time in the league, to be honest. Even Pito did not reach that level, losing in one game the entire season. And that's another thing. It goes back to my previous point. Not a lot of credit is given to those three coaches. They have, to me, they had the best league season, even better than Pito. How many times have you had a club dominated from the first game of the season till the last? Sundowns was only second, or was not number one last season once in one weekend. And you tell me that is going to end just like that. Then you have a problem, guys. Let's stop being biased and stop being emotional. I understand, Mark, you are desperate for a trophy. But when you're on the page,
I have one. Where's this thing? I have one. Fine.
I understand. I understand that it didn't work out, that preseason trophy. But give respect where it's due. You can't say a team that has been dominated for the past 4 seasons is just going to just disappear like that. One thing I can tell you, if Downs does not win the league this season, but they win the Champions League, you can't say Sundowns were not successful. You understand me? They are going to win something this season. That's a guarantee. You, on the other hand, you've got more problems there where you've got quality players on the bench, but you don't want to play there.
Like who?
You've got more problems.
No, defender
you can't have the
defender
of the season on the bench and you tell me you're going to rely upon a certain tower and a certain that other one from I don't know where is he Mexican or whatever, I do not know. That one.
Apparently, rumor is he's South African.
He's South African. I did not know. If that's any, you wouldn't think that is you wouldn't think that he's South African. Steve level headed without. Oh, what is he saying? Oh, Steve the level head there. Without him, the other two wouldn't have worked under such an arrangement. Yeah, I agree. And it goes back to what we said, I think, season 1. What fine. Each coach at Sundowns has got a role. You understand me? Each player, each coach at Sundowns has got a role. At Chiefs, if I can ask Marcos, if a certain player is rebellious, who can you rely upon to calm things down, if I may ask?
In the wise words of Keith Sweat, nobody, baby.
You must keep quiet. You ran away today. You don't want to engage with me because you know what I'm telling the truth. Now you on the comments say telling us nonsense. You must come here and respond to me. Don't tell me in the comments. Yes.
Look,
going back to my question.
Jackie, you came for violence today. You woke up and said, you know what? I choose violence.
Today when I'm hyped, Marcos, respond.
Already.
Who can calm things down?
Emotions all over the place, Jackie.
Just one fight.
Emotions are all over the place. The question is maybe
just one fight.
Just one
emotions all over the place.
Hey, go back.
You are afraid of that defeat last season,
I'm afraid of that defeat last season. I'm going to comment. I'm going to repeat what a famous coach once said. I do not have to beat Chiefs to win the league.
Yes.
Just to remind you. We're not tomorrow. Yes. On Sunday, it's a final for you. It's your second final this season. Mohau. Are you aware?
And
I'm not playing the final on Sunday.
So they're not scoring this time. Onyango's fit. So they're not going to score this time. But let's go
in fact, I'll even put Peter just in jail because I feel like that's how confident I am. I'll put Peter just for that game. Because for me, it's just a preseason game.
The past 20.
Whoa.
I'm joking.
For the past 20 minutes.
But answer my questions,
again. Guessing on Jackie's feelings.
Answer the comment.
Either way, we're gonna bring Onyango a walking stick, guys. Onyango is old, guys. It's finished. He's washed at the highest level.
He's old, but he's better than your goalkeepers. He's better than Kune.
Mzansi's number 1.
Africa's number 1.
Mzansi's number 1. Can't tell me about these people who play for Uganda. Mzansi's number 1. Distribution
number one?
101. Yeah.
Who
I'm
is
talking about the
number
same
one?
goalkeeper. Hold on. I'm talking about the
Distribution
same goalkeeper
101
that did the stanky
Nomkabanyana.
leg. The same one
Oh,
that
man.
did the stanky leg during things free kick. During minutes free kick.
You're like dreaming, man. But now I want you to answer my question. You guys are deviating from my question. Well, no, this is not a courtroom. It's my courtroom today. It is my courtroom.
Yo,
It is my
Jackie chose
courtroom today.
violent. Be violent,
It's my courtroom. You must relax. Going back to my question, Mama Kosi, let me respect you guys. Mama Kosi, with no trophies for the past how many seasons? But anyway, at Chiefs, who would calm things down when there's rebellious players? Do you expect a coach like Stuart Baxter to do that for you? It's just a general question. I just want to.
And like guys, we must probably get Stuart Baxter on the pod and hear what he has to say. Is Stuart versus Jakey. And here, I'm just saying. At the end of the day,
you must bring him here. I'll put him in order. Now you see me. If you want me to use my, if you want me to, you don't understand.
But at the end
way
of
I'm
the
sorry.
day, in football, we need to know this, and it's a fact. You can have all the trophies you want, but come on match day, it's the team that steps up that actually gets the win. So it's fine. You can tell us how Rulani needs media training, how Rulani speaks English, but fact is, on the day when that ball is kicked and the 90 minutes is up, that's when you know who wins. But in this case, I mean, you guys are going through turmoil with your coaches. Kaizer Chiefs is still building. So it's an open game. It's an open game because I don't think Sundowns this season is unbeatable. They're very much beatable this season. And I mean, even that 2-2 draw that we played in the MTN 8, it actually shows that you guys, there's still a long way to go. The season, as many coaches have said, if we're coaching people today, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And I mean, in a marathon, there's parts where you're gonna get tired, and someone will get ahead of you. So I don't think Sundowns has won it yet.
But here's my thing.
Here's my thing.
Hold on, Jackie. Wait. Let me just answer more quickly. Sundowns has not won the MTN8 because Sundowns always start slow. We always start slow. Your best chance to beat Sundowns was literally in that MTN8 game. That was literally Chiefs' best chance to beat Sundowns. Bury us. Bluepoint and Celtics buries us every season in the tournament, in that game. First game of the season, we already know. MTN8, we are losing to Celtics. We know it. Luckily, Mom Kaizer did us a favor this season, and we got Chiefs. And honestly speaking, if Sundowns starts like this, like how we're starting now, the team we played against Chiefs not even our best starting 11. That's like B team or C team, if we're being honest. Can you imagine once we play our A team on Sunday? Athazwane, Serino, and the likes. Lord Mvala at his best. Ha, Ibon.
And Ketomaka, Ona's favorite player, Suffocate, Pavel Safranco, just to show you what I do not respect you. You understand? Just to show you I do not respect you. When you will start with your Antida and try and recreate another CBD 2.0, which I do not see happening.
It's gone, Chief.
Or when you will start with your Cole and Mao's favorite player Nangeda, or one, because your problem this season, and I'm going to highlight it throughout the entire season, or what is that? You guys, you signed very well this season, no doubt about that. But what happens when those key players get injured? What happens? Are you going to rely upon the same bench that took you to number 8 last season to take you to the top 3 or win you the league title? That's another question that you guys should ask yourself. So, and for you guys this weekend, it's a final. You will see when the team plays what it is. It's a final. We have to beat Sundowns. If you don't win, if you don't beat Sundowns, guys, no. It's gonna have problems. So Friday, Sunday it's basically level Champions League final. In fact, it's a Champions League final for you. Now, for me, it's a game here, Nedbank Cup last 32. You see, it's not the same. You see,
ABC Motsepe.
so I'm not really stressed that much about the Amakos. You see, what has happened?
But I think Chiefs is going to have a very long season this season because you guys signed well, but now it's one thing to sign well, and it's another thing to get a coach that uses the players effectively. You know what I mean? I mean, you signed Defender of the Season last season from Morocco Swallows, and he's not even playing. You know, a lot of the players that we expected to play this season are not playing. Khatebe are coming from the bench. I expected Khatebe to actually start. You know, Cole Alexander's 32. You replaced him. You replaced Katsande with him. I mean, both players are in their 30s. What's the point? They are both about to retire any moment now. So I don't understand Baxter's playing philosophy. I mean, Baxter's only won 3 games since 2018. Started. It's streak. So the thing is, and one of those games is the Chiefs now. You know, you won 2 in India, 1 here at Chiefs. So now the problem, what's the plan for Chiefs? I don't understand what the plan is at this point in time. At this stage of the game, I don't understand what the plan is. Maybe Makosi can enlighten me. Mahal? Mark?
Mahal, you can go, Chief.
Mark is speechless, bro.
You know, you look so shocked, but you don't even know what to say.
No, but look at again, no valid points, because I think you can't sign players and then not play them. I think it doesn't make sense. At least, yes, if you're trying to get them gradually into the team, get them off the bench, you know, get them some sort of match fitness in. Because there was that argument that Dolly's not match fit. How is he going to get match fit if he doesn't play? So it's true. We have players, but we actually do need to start actually getting them into the team, getting them accustomed to whatever philosophy he wants to adopt. So yeah, so it's valid points. I think going forward, but that's what I'm saying. Should Baxter actually get his head on right and actually start the players on merit as to who's good enough? Come on, we're tired of Parker there. Parker gets a game every time. I think that guy, no muti, where he just poison coaches drinks or water and then he starts every game. So I think very important. He needs Baxter needs to just pick the right players. He needs to be open-minded. The years of Tower being the best defender in the league are long gone. So you're gonna need a new combination. I mean, Cardoso is a lot calmer than Matoho. I'd rather have him there. Santi, I'm still not convinced, but I think he's definitely the better left back at the current moment for us because we're still struggling in that area. You have the midfield I think Cole, as much as you're saying he's old, but I think there's some liveliness about him. He's much more mobile than Katsande, because Katsande wasn't as mobile as him. So granted, yes, he's old, but I mean, our midfield right now is a lot better. I think we still have better players on the bench. Again, the coach needs to play these guys in games to actually build up the competition within the group, because if you are going to get the best out of those guys, they need to be competing. You can't be playing guys like Abu Parker in the midfield when he's not even a midfielder. Get the right guys in the right positions. Get them to actually compete for those positions. So I think valid points, but again, Sundowns has holes.
Where?
And these players are playing for Bafana at that time.
Where?
It's not looking good.
What are Sundowns have holes?
Again, if going back to the same game between the same teams, Sundowns started very strongly in that first half, and then what happened? They lost their way. Because again, you guys sign players on every season, and you guys sign quite a number of players. Those players it's gonna take time for them to gel. So again, going into the game, they're not gonna be 100%. It's not like the season it's just barely started. So those that have been on international duty might come back, they might not play. So it's gonna be very interesting on Sunday.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. And I think going back to that Sundowns game we're talking about now, I think after like K hit the post, Sundowns just relaxed. Sundowns figured, we've got this, we've won. And they relaxed, and that's how Chiefs came back. But now going into Sunday's game, I feel like Sundowns is going to be like, you know what, we relaxed last time. We need to bury them this time. We need to hit them with a 6-0. We need to hit them with a 4-1 or something of that sort. Or remember how?
And then what happens when they go behind? Where's the mentality is going to be gone again?
Not really. I mean, if you think about it, Sundowns lost literally one game in the league last season. In the Nedbank Cup, Sundowns lost 5 games all season, and we've gone behind in some of those games that we won. So I honestly think and believe that the mentality is fight till the final whistle. I mean, look at the game against Stellenbosch. We went behind, we came back, we won the game, both times. Even in Stellenbosch, they scored first. We were 1-0 down. We won it kind of 96th minute. So I feel like the mentality right now at Sundowns is fight till the last minute. I'm not even scared about being down in the first half.
All right.
When I'm being down last 10 minutes, I'm terrified. But the first half, I'm not even stressed.
Let's look quickly at Sundowns' last 4 fixtures. So you guys drew 1-1 to Golden Arrows in the MTN 8. You guys drew 0-0 to Tupa. You guys won just barely 1-0 against Amazulu. You guys then drew against Kaizer Chiefs. So the last 4 games have not been very convincing.
But like I said, Sundowns starts very slow. First 5-6 games of the season, I'm not even stressed. I'm not even worried about it.
Sunday. Boom.
I disagree, man. I think Sunday, the boys have started gelling better. We needed this international break. Zwane was injured. We weren't really gelling. If you look at our game against Chipa, we were not gelling. If you look at our game against Eros, the boys were not cohesive, man. We didn't have that thing anymore that we had against Chiefs in the first half. So I honestly think we needed the international break just to give us a breather. No, we'll be back. Born, we're back. We're stronger than them. Trust me. Sunday, negative 4-0. That's my prediction. 4-0. Mamelodi Sundowns 4.
Well, Tiwa, your voice, your voice says something different. Well, no, you're not stressed. You think you're not stressed, but your voice is saying something different.
No, I'm not stressed, man. I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed. Trust me. The last thing I am about Sunday's game is stressed. And I feel like this season, the mandate for me personally as a Sundowns fan, we just want to win the MTN 8. We've never won the MTN 8. BP top 8 and SA top 80. And then we also want to win the CAF Champions League. And if the Club World Cup comes and they say Sundowns is hosting, we want it too. Those are the 3 trophies we want. Leaky, guys, I mean, 4 times in a row, that's enough now. We've set a new record of the most times won consecutively. I mean, if we win it the 5th time now, it's just being greedy now. Let's give other kids a chance. Let's give Amazulu a chance. I don't know if Benny can win it or not. Nedbank Cup, I'm not too stressed about as well. I really just want those 3 trophies. Everything else, I bought. But can you go Musali Busa? I told Kyle Havertz out of the game. Can you go Romelu Lukaku? I told Russian Dirika to Ramfana Wituma. That's what I want to see happen this season. The rest,
So you can't be cheap and now you're gonna beat Chelsea.
I mean, we beat Barking Alakli 5-0 at some point, and anything's possible. I'm not scared of Chelsea. As a Sundowns fan, I'm not scared of Chelsea.
That's one. Not happening.
JK, are you scared of Chelsea? Are you scared of Kyle Havertz? Are you scared of Romelu Lukaku? N'Golo Kante? I'm not scared. I reckon we can teach them a footballing lesson. Or
I did. Just going back, Bafana Bafana played this weekend. What are you guys' thoughts on the 2 games? Because we drew to our fellow neighbors, our PSL neighbors, basically, in Zimbabwe, and then we also we beat then Ghana. Who did they bring the A side, or do you guys also believe that they brought the D team?
It was not their A side. Some of the players were not here. I don't know, man. I feel like I didn't watch the first game. The parts of it that I did watch, I was not impressed. But even the Bafana that played the Ghana game, we should have buried that game 4-0, 3-0, 4-0. We were too wasteful up front. Evidence Mahopa, I think he Nashabagi stage fright, that boy. I guess and he was just scared, in my opinion. He missed some sitters, and I was like, what is going on with this boy? And the referee also kind of sort of drank us there with the Pesitao header. That was a goal. There was no way there was offside. But I feel like what Hugo Bruce is doing right now with the team is actually going in the right direction. We're playing the young stars. We're playing the boys that need the exposure. We're not playing a Tompokekana. We're not playing Cole Alexander. I'm happy about that. You know what I mean? But I feel like there's still some other players I'd love to see in the team. I'd love to see the captain switch up a little bit. I think we need a new captain. But hey, that's just my opinion.
Who's going to be the captain?
I don't know. I think
Lord
not
Mvala.
Like I'm
Lord
happy with
Mvala.
it, but not Williams. Not
Lord
Williams.
Mvala.
Give it to Mvala.
Our own Kante.
Now we're stretching. No.
Hey,
He might
you
I
wear.
can't
think he's
get
better
him.
than Kante. He's better than Kante.
Really?
Yes.
Did you see the assist he gave against Chiefs? Born.
You know what I'm
Lord
praying for.
Mvala.
Ne?
Respect him.
I'm praying that Lauren Vara scores on Sunday, the winning goal. 90th minute. Just to add some spice, Jana, for you guys.
Scoring a winner does not make you a good player, though.
Well, if you're playing against Chiefs, well, I'll
Divock
take it any goal.
Divock Origi scored a winning goal that is memorable. Eder from the Portuguese guy scored a winning. He's not good.
Yeah, today, yes, yeah.
But you remember their names. That's
Mario
what they're saying.
Götze. What happened to Mario Götze?
You remember
The coach
their
told him,
names.
don't show them you're better than Messi, and then he showed them that he's Messi. So, guys, it doesn't mean anything.
But ne, I agree with Mark. Honestly speaking, ne, and I think I told T1, Mvala is just a hard worker. Let's be honest.
Yes.
He is a hard worker.
I disagree.
He's not talented, no offense. He's not talented, but he's a hard worker. And you can see on the pitch. And I think that's one of the reasons why he's playing for Sundowns. That's the only reason. Not because he's great. Oh, and the one thing I realized about him is that even Sedika, his last press conference, that he said that there are certain players that are going to be called from the lineup, from the PSL, players that he can see were fine, and they're going to just lift the squad, because Bruce does not look at only talent; he looks at hard work. You understand me? Because there are a lot of players at Bafana right now; they're not there on merit, in my opinion. They're not there on merit. Mara, because as South Africans, we constantly want those talented players. I can give an example. You see a player like Mbule. Mbule is talented, but there have been reports that suggest he's got problems, né? And that's one of the reasons why he couldn't even go to the Olympics. Get what I mean? And so you would think that a player like Mbule would automatically be guaranteed a spot in the Sunny 11 at Bafana Bafana, but because of those allegations, he's doing whatever, Bruce will be looking at it and he's like, no, I can't be using such a player. You understand me? But going to your point, what we are seeing, what Bruce is cooking, it looks positive. Ne? It looks really, really positive. It's just a question of whether or not, as South Africans, are we patient enough? Because in my opinion, I'm not expecting him to qualify for the World Cup. Let's be honest. Ne? Shapu, we can say we started very well, but that is not his mandate. And he's always said, we are going through a rebuilding phase. If we do make it to the World Cup, it will mean that we have overachieved. But at the same time, we shouldn't call for his head if we don't qualify for the World Cup, because we are going through that phase, rebuild. But at the same time, my issue with Bruce, Bruce, yes, is that I don't think this thing what he's trying his level best to completely remove the most experienced players it's going to work, because you're going to need players like your Temba Zwan in the picture just to lift the team a little bit, because if you don't have such players, the team seems a little bit off. You could see the game against Zimbabwe. We were struggling in the final third. We lacked a lot of creativity. And a player like Zwan was actually going to help us there. You understand me? So if you fix those Malanyana errors, I think we are cooking something, because I feel like defensively, we just need one or two experienced defenders. You're like your Musa Lebusa just to lift the young players, because I don't think players like your Rook are going to be able to handle pressure when they play against big teams like your Nigeria and whatever. Because I can remember automatically, if we go through to the last phase of the qualifiers of the World Cup, we're going to be playing against the big countries. We might be playing against your Algeria, your Senegal, or your Nigeria. So we will need that experience. Yeah, players like Lewis who have played in the continent, who understand the pressure that brings when you're playing the continent. So he needs just to think on those small. But other than that, I think he's doing very well, man. He's doing very well. I think him working via Zoom in Belgium, it really paid off.
Yeah, no, it paid off, man. It definitely paid off.
I would agree with both of you, TY and JQ. On TY's side about the using of younger players, I think that's what we needed. It's long overdue. And I think it's quite unfortunate that he cannot use a lot of European-based players because of the issue of COVID-19 restrictions. So we were lucky to get Pesitao because now he's moved to Al Ahly. So I think Pesitao moving to Al Ahly was sort of a benefit for the country. I'm not sure about him, but for the country that he was going to be there for Bafana Bafana, because now he's part of the team. So, and then moving right along to what JK has said, the issue of he's not looking to qualify for the World Cup. Probably he had a better plan, hence he's drawing against Zimbabwe, saying that than our previous game. Are we looking at the last game and game that we've just played?
Yo, Mahal, your network, man. I think I'm losing you there. Am I the only one losing Mahal?
No.
The chance to like direction.
Mahal, we're losing you, man.
He is not using rain. That's the problem.
Nah, I'm happy he's not using rain. Is just another thing, eh? Maramak, what do you think about the Bafana setup right at this point in time?
Look, I think again the guy has done it with Cameroon, right? He went to Cameroon, got rid of players, or basically didn't select players. Cameroon became a better side for it, but it's going to be a bit tough because in South Africa we've always seen that our youngsters are not really they're not given the chance to actually play first team football. That's going to be a big question mark around what he's doing. I mean, you look at guys like your Ethan Brooks. He's still at a fairly small club. If he moves to a bigger club like a Sundowns or a Chiefs or a Orlando Pirates, what's going to happen to his game time? Is he going to still play? Is he going to be on the bench? If he's on the bench, how does that affect his confidence? How does that affect him, his performances going forward? So I think it's very important that Hugo Bruce gets buy-in or somehow gets the clubs to actually play these guys, which is, we all know it's difficult because, I mean, they have different mandates. I mean, guys like Baroka and who are these, the smaller clubs, they're trying to survive the league. You get the bigger clubs, they're trying to win the league, and they're not going to try to win the league with young players because they'd rather put the young players on the bench before they lose a game. So somehow, there needs to be a way to get these guys actually playing week in, week out. I mean, although there's question marks about some of the guys, like you mentioned, evidence, even in Tokyo, he was not, I did not feel him. He was not, I feel like he didn't risk enough. Maybe that's down to age, but yeah, man, it's going to be interesting though. I think it's the right direction. We've needed a reset for the longest time. But again, we need some experienced players, because when you're a national team, you get to learn from those guys. So you don't need a lot. I mean, get the guys that we trust. Maybe who do we trust, guys, in Bafana?
Themba's
one is good. I just don't want to select a Sundowns player, because then Jackie's gonna really get excited.
You can mention Cooney. Then we'll attack you.
No. Kunegi team thick. He's team thick. I don't think the right.
He lost weight. He just lost weight. Have you not seen his name?
But that's the thing with him. He still looks chubby, even though he lost weight.
No, T.Y.
No, he looks skinny now.
No.
Nah, man.
The images I saw, he was looking very skinny, man. He was standing by the pool in his green thingy there. It looked like an extra small.
Cameras, my brother. Cameras. They will lie to you. You're on Tinder there. The girl is looking mighty fine. Huh? She's there. She's at the pool. She's Ukopanalena.
Wait till the first date.
No. So, but my thing is, he needs, I don't know, or somehow he needs to maybe get these players as well abroad. I think if we can get some of our young players abroad as well, and actually get them to clubs where they will play week in, week out. It doesn't need to be the biggest leagues in the world. The French league, the Belgian league, the Swiss, those leagues, as much as they're not the biggest, but I think they'll get exposed to a different way of actually, like, the organization that happens at those clubs, the type of football, the work ethic. Because if we can get our players playing and plying their trade, when they get back home, they will understand how to actually. Because I mean, no offense to a previous guest you had, but like you mentioned Norbaja Magwenya, guys.
He was using Dolly as an example. Just say.
Hey, la.
Yeah, but you know, because nutrition there's a big thing. So I think definitely, man, leave Dolly alone, guys. But yeah,
but, you know,
I think
I'm actually very happy. I saw a thread about all the teenagers from South Africa that are applying their trade overseas. And I saw there's teams such as Liverpool, there's teams such as Atalanta, it's about 16 teenagers that are playing overseas. And I was so happy about that. You know what I mean? So we have teenagers in the Liverpool setup that are from South Africa. And I'm just like, you know what? There's a future for this country. I feel like we are there. In the future, we could be like Belgium. You know how Belgium just blossomed out of nowhere? Where you had your Hazard, your Lukaku, you know what I mean? All these players, they just popped off. And you're like, wait, hold on. All these players are from one country. I feel like we could have the same thing. When Pesita was about to retire, around about that age, Bafana Bafana could be at its peak. We just need to start the SA development right. Because I feel like multi-choice Diski is not enough. We need to do more. School of Excellence is now... School of Excellence is gone now. We need to have more setups that are going to feed into the Bafana team. We need to have more setups that are going to feed into the Sundowns and the Chiefs team, you know? But hey, we need to talk about the Cricket South Africa squad selection for the ICC T20 World Cup real quick before we wrap up. Mahau, do you have the squad for us, bro? Are you back? Mahau? I think Mahau is losing network there.
All right.
When things are not right at World Cup, this is what happens.
Everything goes wrong. Everything.
Yeah. I'm shy. Anyway, let me quickly go through the squad. So the squad is Themba Bavuma as the captain, Keshav Maharaj, I believe he is the vice captain. Then you have Quinton de Kock, Bjorn Fontaine, Riza Hendricks, Heinrich Klaassen, Aiden Markram, David Miller, Vian Mulder, Lungin Gidi, Andrich Nortje, Dwayne Pretorius, Kagiso Rabada, Tobias Shamsi, as well as Rasif van der Dussen. And then the reserves, unlike previous years where the reserves will stay at home just waiting for the phone call, this time they're traveling with the squad due to COVID. So that's Andy Petrukwayo, George Linder, as well as Lizard Williams. Man, just to start off there, I think Andy Petrukwayo should have probably been in the squad. I mean, he offers so much more than just as a bowler. He's an all-rounder, and I think we need that. I can't see another all-rounder except for Vian. So yeah, man, I think he should have probably been in there. Yeah, man, the squad generally is the same as what they've always played. So I think it's a decent side, inconsistent but decent.
Can we bring home a trophy finally as the Proteas?
No.
That's my question.
No.
Wow, that was quick.
A big no.
They're very, very inconsistent.
Big Where's your
I honestly think that.
Where's the belief? Where's the yes we can energy?
Sometimes you need to be honest with yourself. You see, if as a fan, as a fan you are working, you know your team and you know what fine they're not gonna achieve anything. You
like
depression. Looking at the team itself, for me, I think they just chose just to go and add numbers. In my own opinion, because I was checking what I was expecting maybe one or two experienced players like your F50 or maybe Chris Morris just to balance up the team a little bit, to get me. But I was surprised that I didn't see those names, man. I was really surprised. But at the same time, I also understand the fact that South Africa is also going through that phase, rebuilding. But now the question you should also ask yourself, Warne, the person who is leading us during this entire phase, is he the right person? Because I still don't think that Mark Bausch is the right person to lead years. And we're gonna go to this T20 World Cup just to go and add numbers. I am not expecting us to even go outside the thingy to the knockout stages. We go there, we add numbers, we come back home, and we move on. Simple.
Yo, I'm crushed. I was expecting some hope, maybe the semis. We are plus ones. You know, on a concert poster, when they announce the artists, they're like AKA Caspanyo Vest and many more. So many more.
You said it, not us.
Yo, hi. I'm crushed.
Man. Like, who's gonna win us games here?
Bafuma.
Thank you.
But look, Bafuma's gonna go up top. Chances are he doesn't really take the game. He's not a Chris Gayle who takes the game away. He plays really well. I think he's patient, plays it well. He's very solid, but he's not the guy who comes in and says, you know what, tech, hits the ball for sixes and whatnot. So I think, look, Riza has ability, but I question whether he can win us games. David Miller can, but again, his time is gone. Man. And our bowlers.
I'm just looking at the fixtures now. The first fixture is Australia on the 23rd of October. Then we can win that one. We play the West Indies, and then we play A1. I don't know who that's going to be. Then we play B2, and then we play England.
But I have a question. I have a question for Mark. Hey, Mark, because if you look at T20, and I'm sure you probably agree, the first 5 overs is very much important, and that's how most teams actually win the T20 World Cup. If you look at our lineup or our team itself, who's going to open and get those runs in the first 5 overs? Because
So obviously, who's this? Utemba's probably going to open.
Tikok?
Who's this other guy? Probably they might play Riza as an opener. I'm not sure if he's going to open or if he's going to play at 3. But though this whole time, man, probably Riza and but maybe the Cock. I don't know. Those 3 might open.
Because for me, I feel like the squad is not balanced, man. I feel like it's not balanced because, we should have maybe had maybe 1 or 2 all-rounders, like you said. Petlekwae maybe was going to assist us, especially at number 6, because usually that's where we struggle, especially in all IC tournaments. Let's go back to the ODI. We struggle there.
Yeah.
We struggle in the number 6. And if you had a batsman like Bafana Bafana, F2WC, at least you had that option. Maybe try him out with Ena Dimani, maybe Quentin Tukok, maybe to properly open. But the problem with those 2 is that I can remember T20 requires very offensive kind of batting.
Yes.
But we are a team that is very cautious. We like to play. We are playing a test match every single format.
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah, but that I blame. Our cricket culture in schools has done that to us for a long time. They're like, you don't care about the run. Like, I don't know why I'm doing that accent, but they say they don't care about the runs as long as you stick around, and that's nonsense.
Hold on, Mark, whoa. Just do it again. Just for good measure.
My point is, you can't in schools, and I think this is a national identity when we play. If you look at whenever I think when I played cricket, I played as generally an opening batsman, and most of the time I was told, no, you don't have to attack the players, just need to defend, just stick around for the other guy, which is really nonsense, because at the end of the day, cricket is all about tactics. And if you can actually get those first 2 bowlers out of the way, if they can be under pressure, the rest of the team is under pressure. And unfortunately, it takes you to attack a certain bowler, especially because, what they used to do to us, which is funny, is that we had one of the top players at the time in the province who was really quick. But what they did, they attacked him in the first few overs, and then we would be like, no one can take wickets for us. And I think that translates into like our national teams. Because even I've always said Rabada should not open the bowling because I think he has better skill with the ball in the middle overs, and I think play him there where he's very confident. Because even when we had the previous coach, what's that guy, Gibson was actually trying to teach him how to open the bowling. As much as very talented, but he's not the most skilled player with the ball. So, again, our tactics are all wrong usually when you get to tournaments. So, and I think they're going to do that again. So, but
in closing, Jackie, Mark, where is Cricket South Africa ending up at the ICC T20 World Cup? Are we getting to the semis at least? Are we getting to the final? Are we not even getting out the group stage that we were Bafana in 2010? Where are we? Let me start with Mark.
We are getting to the buffet table and coming home.
Jackie?
He said it. We're losing all 3 group stages matches, and we're coming back home. I'm not hope. I don't have hope for this team, to be honest. I'm just going to watch just to support it because it's my team, but
you're being patriotic.
I can expect anything. Get Chiefs now.
I'll tell the Chiefs, please. Mahal? Is Mahal back?
I think as usual, I'll agree with Mark, and I think as usual, I'll agree with Mark and Jackie. Back up here, go.
Hi, we can only hope for the best. And then your score predictions for this Sunday, Chiefs, Sundowns. Let me start with Mahal.
2-1 Kaizer Chiefs.
Mark?
You don't sound confident.
Say it as the guy below me, 2-1.
Jackie? For not I get brag. 3. My prediction is 4-0.
3 Chiefs.
Yo.
For Chiefs.
4. Lord Mvalo with his second goal for Sundowns.
No. Lord
And
Mvala's long
Kabal
range is
with
going
his
to
second
win.
goal for Sundowns.
Mvala is a dirty player.
But that's a
How many red cards does that
player.
guy have? How many red cards does he have?
That's
That time he's
what?
not even 25 yet. Kappa is 25. I don't know.
You can't be clean.
That man was right, Joe. No timing.
Once upon a time, there was a player called Linda Butelezi. Go Bafana Bafana. Mercedes-Benz. Check his red cards, eh? He's the one that does all the dirty work for the entire team.
Yeah, Mbala gets red cards and does nothing.
When did he get a red card? I want to know.
Mbala was lost good when he wore a Highlands Park shirt. That's the last time he was good.
Mbala has Champions League goals, guys. Like, why are we disrespecting Mbala like this? Don't disrespect
Mbala. And Mark, you forget. You wanted Mbala, just to remind you. You wanted Mbala at Chiefs.
I did not
just
want
to remind
him.
you.
Me?
Okay.
Never.
Yes! You wanted
Mbala.
You wanted him now.
I can put it on record right now that you approached us even from Mbala.
Don't worry, we're coming for Zwane next.
We're coming for Zwane. Him we can have the same way you had for. He's probably going to end up at Chippa United. Anyway, gents, we need to wrap up. Closing words from you there, Jackie.
Yeah?
Jackie, closing words?
Closing on. Well, okay. It's good to be back, guys. I really enjoyed this episode. Good to see you guys, and good to see the viewers now. No longer listeners, the viewers on this new platform. I'm looking forward to more episodes and a lot of club football over the weekend. I know that Ronaldo goes back to Old Trafford over the weekend. So I'm looking forward to that. And obviously the big game between Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs. Yeah, man. Let's enjoy the weekend. Stay safe. And don't forget to go and get the jab, guys. Get vaccinated.
You're not going to say loot responsibly.
Loot responsibly.
Especially Mako. They need the jab. After what's going to happen over the weekend.
Closing words there, Mark.
Let's put our hands together and pray for Awuti Broadway, who has an identity crisis, whether he's on the blue half or the yellow half. Asas! Next thing, he'll be supporting, I don't know, but anywho.
That's all that matters.
Anyway, I think, I cannot wait to see the Blue Army. Oh, there's my camera. The Blue Army, because that's the only team that matters. The one from Soweto, it can miss me a bit. I'm taking a break from them. So can't wait to see Lukaku bully defenders. Thank you.
He failed at Liverpool, but hey, what can we say? Well, how closing was from you?
Well, quick question, guys. Does anyone have a post for Lukman? Because I mean, the guy is struggling as a coach. Eh? He lost his job once again.
Yes,
he was appointed as the coach of Tunisia on the 1st of July. All of a sudden, he's gone. So maybe some cleaning post somewhere.
Or plumbing post. I feel you. If you missed what he said,
apart from that, I think
fired again in 2 months as a head coach in Tunisia. He got fired again. It's bad. All right, gents, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Need to get up out of here. It's 10:15. It's super late. Please don't forget to subscribe, like the Banter Club SA on all platforms. Our website is coming really, really, really soon. So do make sure that you do follow us on that. And yeah, man, you know, Renali uniform. More if you about the society, join us. And let's all be one thing, one team, the Banter Club SA. Like that, it's a wrap. Peace. Talabona Sunday night after the game.